Okay, so here we have the Land Rover Discovery Sport on a 65 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside though, you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well. At the moment, we've only got 5 seats in place, but as you can see, there are 2 rear seats that you can fold out, if you wish to do so, to turn this into a 7-seater. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. And now that we've done a full circle of it though, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the speedometer, and on the right-hand side, the rev counter. In the middle, first of all, you can see the total miles of this car. They are 66,122. Above that, we have the coolant temperature gauge and the fuel gauge for the car. And beneath that, we have a digital readout for the speedometer, and it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic, and we are in park at the moment, of course. If I back out to the steering wheel, over on the right hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the left hand side we have stereo and phone controls for the car. The main stereo itself is touchscreen and can be found over in the center, so you can see we have those main 4 options just there. There are a few home buttons or controls down the left and right hand sides if you'd rather use those, but otherwise media will access your music options in this car and enable you to access the radio, of course, amongst other things. So if you hit source up in that top left hand corner, you'll see we have DAB, FM and AM radio, auxiliary input as well. You can also stream your music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio in this car once you've paired up your phone, which is done just here. We have satellite navigation available in the car as well. So really nice clear colour display, very easy system to use. You've got your various controls down that left hand side, as you can see. You can also zoom in and out of the screen from up here as well. As I said, you have a few buttons down the right and left hand sides that will access certain things within the car. For example, the parking camera, which you can see on screen just there now. We work our way down, we have the dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger temperature, the driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed from here. You can also determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. When you're happy with those settings, you can turn your air conditioning off or back on from here, or hit auto. The car will now maintain those temperatures by taking control of the fan speed for you. To override auto, just make any manual adjustment and you'll be back on your own settings. With a heated rear screen and a proper heated front screen, a heated driver seat with 3 different heat settings, and the same for the passenger side as well. Underneath that, we can turn our traction control off, our downhill brake control you can turn on and off. You can change the driving setup of the car depending on the road conditions. And then over here we can put the car in eco mode, and we can also turn off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. You can turn that system off from there. And then finally, we have the dial for the automatic gearbox. So you can turn it to any one of these. Of course, at the moment, we have it over on park just here. The last thing I wanted to show you is the panoramic glass roof for the car. So we have a sun blind up here, which you can open. That will open all the way to the back of what are currently the rear seats, but the middle row of seats, if you like. And as you can see, that lets in a huge amount of extra light to the cabin area. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at West Horsley Motors. We'd love to hear from you soon.